Hi, I'm Kim Wilson,
And I'm Natasha Marchewka.
and this is Speechless.
Speechless. Speechless.
Welcome to our behind the scenes take on real life in VO, where we share our stories, our resources, and our unsolicited opinions. Hi, Natasha. Welcome.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
It's great to see you, Kim.
So, today we're going to discuss some common voiceover red flags to watch out for when you are going through your emails and something mysterious pops in, sounds too good to be true. So, you know you've made it in VO when you receive these two particular email scams in your inbox.
Right. They've been going around for 15 years. We- We'll tell you about, or even longer, we'll tell you about those two important things to show that you made it in VO after the break. We're also going to give you a long list of VO red flags to look for when looking at also online casting auditions and stuff. But first,
Mm,
a couple of things. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter because
mm.
it comes out on Monday before the Thursday show every week, and it's full of the resources that we share every speechless episode. It gives you the takeaways for the show so you can actually read the important points that we talk about 4 days before the show even airs. But then also it has the collection of resources that for every week, and then you can keep those and have them as
Refer
a
back to them.
reference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you need to.
Okay. Um, so before we throw to sponsors, Kim, what did you bring to drink today?
Oh, everyone's going to love this. Somebody gave me some moringa hot chocolate.
Hmm.
So in my blah blah blah, the Bill Holmes voiceover doctor mug, I am having moringa hot chocolate, moringa with some
It's
vodka.
cocoa with vodka.
Yes, it's a cocktail.
You put
Cocoa ringa.
vodka in hot chocolate. Is that a thing? I've
Damn.
heard
I mean,
Bailey's
I
and
could have put Bailey's.
Kahlua.
I
And
could have put Bailey's, but I put a little vodka in. Mm,
okay,
it's not
just so
bad.
everyone knows,
People.
Kim is a one drink person. She doesn't just slip vodka into random things. She drinks one drink and she is done for
Mm.
the day or the week, even. I am so lucky today. My daughter works at a health food restaurant and she's learned how
Mm.
to make all these great smoothies.
Ooh.
Doesn't usually make them for me. She only does her own thing. But today I was in a hurry and I said, "Could you double that and make me one?" And she humphed, and then she made it for me. All
That's
right.
nice.
Yeah. So banana, blueberries, almond butter, almond milk, cashews, all the seeds, chia,
Yum.
all the yummy healthy stuff. All right. And cacao. Anywho, we're going to throw to our sponsors. We're doing a short sponsor break and come back with those two scams that if you haven't received them, we don't know if you've actually made it in voiceover yet. Posotron is the technology busy voice talent need. It literally cut our editing time in half.
Positron overlays your script to your voiceover to ensure script accuracy. In moments, you'll discover pickups or a perfect read. Upload your script, upload your audio, and Positron does the rest.
For audiobook proofing, this is a must. For e-learning and long-form narration, even one page of script, this process couldn't be easier. Positron ensures your narration is word perfect, so you can focus on your performance and delivery.
Check out positron.com or email hello@positron.com for a free product demo. VoiceActor.com is the fastest way to have your website up and running right now.
Simple and fast.
It's the do it yourself website builder for voice talent.
No coding.
And you can edit your own content.
The plug and play website templates have everything a voice actor needs to insert demos, videos, testimonials, bios, and much more.
It's a no brainer.
Websites work on any device.
And you can use your own domain name.
Go to voiceactor.com for more information.
VoiceActor.com, powered by voice actor websites.
Okay, so here are the two scams that if we have one more person ask us if this is a scam, you really need to do your homework. So, first of all, if you get the email looking for a game show host, it's coming from every different name saying that they found you here, there, and everywhere. It's
Mhm.
very simple, like one or two sentences. They're looking for a game show host. No, That's a scam. It's been going around for like a dozen years. But
Yeah.
an even bigger scam, before I even got into voiceover, someone who mentored me um, actually got taken by this scam because it was really early on in
Oh.
the game.
Oh.
And then over the years, most people have gotten this scam, thankfully. Everyone sort of knows about it, but please beware. If someone has a huge job for you and they want to pay you up front and they want you to pay for the studio and therefore take the money they're giving you, the check they're giving you, and cash it, and then you have to pay them
Them
back
back.
something.
Right.
I
Or they
know someone.
overpay you and you have to send
They
money back.
overpay you and you have to send money back. Their overpayment of check will not cash because
Well,
it's
not, yeah.
phony, and then you've already sent money to them, and it's I had a friend 20 years ago in voiceover who did get scammed. And
Mm.
if you're listening, you know who you are.
Oh my God.
Because you got scammed by a few $1,000s. But if your ego is so big to think that someone from another country is going to send you $6,000 to do a little commercial, little job, then I'm sorry, but maybe you deserve to lose that $2,000 that you sent back to them or more. Wasn't more than 10,000, but it was several thousand, like maybe 5,000 he
Oh my
lost
gosh.
because this was 20 years ago. But even then, it's like, you really think through someone from another country, you're going to get thousands of dollars, like, which is a good reason to have a contract for a job. Mr. David Rosenthal thinks we need to have a contract from every job, and I'm terrible about that. Truth,
I'm terrible
truth,
at that as
truth.
well.
Because we get so many jobs and they go so quickly.
I
And
know.
it's like, no, the email is enough. So actually, the email is enough in this day and age as long as you have the terms written out. But for bigger jobs, you need a real contract. But let's talk about the
Okay, let's talk about other red
let's
flags.
we'll go through some just general red flags, but y'all, we're going to throw to sponsors one more time, and then we'll go through our list of general red flags.
Hi there, I'm Danny States. I'm the founder of VoiceOverview, and I just want to invite you to give us a try. We offer a 30-day free trial. We are the business tracking and management system designed by voice actors for voice actors. It's a great platform for you to manage and control your voiceover business.
Voice talent need quiet.
For us, quiet comes in the form of a STUDIOBRICKS booth.
Now, we've recorded in closets, and nothing against closets, but with families and the need to raise our game, we both independently bought a STUDIOBRICKS.
I love my booth because when clients see it on Zoom, they know I'm the real deal. But also, I feel more professional in it.
And I like STUDIOBRICKS because it's whisper quiet in my noisy neighborhood, and also is gorgeous.
Right? I have a STUDIOBRICKS 1.
And I have the voiceover edition.
I want that.
Head over to STUDIOBRICKS.com.
World-class sound isolation booths, high-quality materials, less environmental burden. Okay, so we're back. I just want to add on to that crazy story about the check situation, because that's a scam not only in voiceover, but other
Across
places.
the board, yeah,
Yeah,
it
across the board.
is.
So the idea is they sent you a big check, you have to cash it right away and then pay someone because they overpaid you. And so sometimes they'll have you pay a studio or something, but it's not the studio.
Before their check actually
Cash
clears.
after their yeah.
So you
So
can you can deposit it, but you won't know for like what, 2 weeks, a week maybe, 5 days before their check goes through. So
yeah.
within that, then they start putting pressure on you to cash it, cash it, cash it. I mean,
Yeah.
send it,
Send
send it,
it, send
send
it.
send the yeah.
Yeah. So back in the day, 20 years ago, it was easy to scam people. Not so easy now. So we'll give
No.
you some more tips on
Sure. So I
red
think
flags.
one I this happened to me was basically on an online casting platform. They kept asking, I sent my audition, which was close to the whole script, and then they asked for the whole script so they can send it to the client. And then they kept coming back with revisions.
For the
And
audition?
for the audition, and I kept sending them, even it was MP3, but I didn't watermark it.
Mhm.
And after about the 6th revision, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be paid for this. Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Okay. Well, I
So
don't want
multiple re-recordings without additional payment is your first clue.
to. Yeah. I don't work with watermarks. I've never in all my years worried about that. In fact, I've
It's
gone
only
from
happened
sending,
once.
well, I've, okay, it's a good one. That's a good one.
I know.
Um, so one of the things on our list is poorly defined project scope. So would that go under that category or?
Well, they don't know what they want, so they keep coming back to you. Yes, but you're still giving them recordings. I mean, it's,
Mm, if
sometimes the client isn't just educated on how much work and time goes into recording, and you have to
or they
explain
know
it
and
to
they're
them.
taking you for a ride. So when it comes to revisions, let's talk about that with auditions and scamming. I don't know if it's a scam, but it's definitely not cool. So if someone asks me to revise an audition, which actually happens every so often,
You say,
they'll
not cool.
no, I don't. It's a couple of reasons. One reason actually, they're bringing it to their client, and they want a full take with a bit of a change, so their client can
Hmm.
determine whether they're picking you or not.
Hmm.
And some people get paid for auditions. I don't know what planet that's on.
It
I've
used to,
heard
it
it's a
used to,
thing.
it used to be.
Okay, but this is what we have to do. We have to audition, and sometimes, well, there's shortlisting, so you audition a second time, and sometimes a third time. In the real, like, big time world, you'll get shortlisted a few times. But I would only do one audition. I'll either do the whole thing if I hadn't done it, or I'll make a change because I know I'm shortlisted. So that's, the kind of language that you want to hear. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's next on our list, Kim?
Request for personal information.
Oh my
So if
goodness.
they ask you for obviously your social security number or
Oh
your
my
bank
goodness.
account information or credit card details, it's a red flag. You gotta, I mean, sometimes big companies will pay you as indirect deposit. Um, but you really have to do your research. Do not give out personal information, especially if it's a
Well, until you
cold
get the
email.
job.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Do your research. That's
Please
my
do not. Please do not. Yeah, unless you get the job. Okay. Um, yeah, so multiple re-recordings without additional payment was on our list. And so you want a lot of communication. So one of the points we have here is unprofessional communication. If the person communicating isn't really communicating well, make no assumptions. Make no assumptions.
And you mean communicating well, like spelling mistakes,
Well, not just that,
gram
not just that. Before we
grammar
get into
errors.
that, more like they're just not giving you enough information. So the game show email is case in point.
Ah,
Like,
right.
if you're just saying, this is the job, will you do it? Like, what? Wait, what? I
Right.
need more information. But then there's also the ones that have poor grammar, misspellings, or unprofessional language. It could be a sign that the job is not legitimate, but I think we really have to use all of these ideas we're going to give you and then decide, because you are going to
Agreed.
get misspellings.
Of course, of
Pretty
course.
common.
And another one is unrealistic pay. Again, if they're offering you a
Mhm.
ton of money, that doesn't make sense for the scope
Right.
of the job.
Right.
Just, one of those red flags pops up in your brain.
Right. Lack of information about the client or project. So
Mm,
again, not clear communication,
right.
right? If
Yeah.
it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And where I get someone in, I get my management team or an agent in to, if it's a high paying job, to deal with all that stuff,
Right.
because they can do it.
Yeah, and not everyone
Right.
has that, but You have to kind of
Right.
do your own kind of research and dig into it. Find the company online, look them up, do your
But
own
if you
research.
don't have a manager, an agent, this is a way to get one. So you can go to an agent, preferably regional agent or one that you have heard of, and they could help you if you think it's a big job and whatnot. I suppose,
That's a good idea.
right? So
You know, I
then,
have this job. Would you like to take it on as an agent and help me, research it, and you'll give you your percentage. That's a great idea.
yeah. So anyone who doesn't have an agent, you really want to have that in your back pocket as a tool to manage your business and then to maybe get an agent. Or some people have agent friends, or some people have a friend of a friend who's an agent. And then we're going to mention Robert Sigam.
Siglimpaglia.
Thank you,
Siglimpaglia.
Kim Silvestri Wilson, the Italian in the group. Sorry, Rob. Love you. Lawyer. And just a quick little check-in with him. Probably a good idea,
Yes.
right?
We'll leave that. We'll have that in our newsletter.
Right. So unreasonable deadlines. If the client expects you to deliver high quality work in an unreasonably short amount of time, it
That
could
could go
be
both ways.
illegitimate. Yeah, really. I mean, come on. So there's some things on our list here, and we'll list them out in our newsletter, all the points to look for. But what it comes down to is communication
Mm.
and money.
And
Communication,
instincts.
well, yeah.
My instincts are always right.
Communication is the number one thing. If they're not communicating clearly about anything, money, if they're just not, if it's, communication is poor, meh. In fact, I've had legitimate jobs because I'm on online casting sites. There are what I call amateur hirers, and that's your decision as to whether or not you want to work with them. So they're not scams, but we have amateur talent and pro talent on online casting because generally online casting will let anyone in who will pay. And we have amateur hirers and pro
Pro hire.
hirers. And so what I mean by that is that an amateur hire is simply someone who's never hired a talent before. And they could be in an industry, for example, e-cigarettes and related products. I had someone wanting to hire me and they weren't really tech savvy, so they were getting me through the phone instead of email, which to me, I love phone calls, but then turns out it was for like a vaping juice thing in bars. And so I don't want to deal with amateur hirers. And amateur feels a bit strongly worded here because they have legit money to pay you, probably a lot. But I don't want to deal with having to um, do the manhandle or bedside manner or whatever the
Or
proper term.
education.
Education. I don't want to have to educate the clients because the amount of money they're going to pay is not equal to the amount of time you will spend educating them. And maybe
Mm.
it'll be easy and they'll pay you and you'll do a quick spot. In that case, that's an industry that I won't do anything drug related that's illegal drugs.
Mhm.
um, of course, the pharmaceutical industry I will take money from, but not illegal drugs. So that was a tricky one because they
Wait, I
weren't
want
as
to know what are asking who are asking you to do ads for illegal drugs?
okay. I could be
Try
wrong,
my
y'all, but
cocaine.
no, but they have these like, they're like, oh gosh, I'm such a nerd, but they have like these jukebox things, these things at bars where you can, like vending machines, where you can buy stuff at clubs that is illegal.
What?
Y- Yeah.
Like ecstasy? Like what?
I don't know because I don't go to those places
And they
anymore.
called you for like a
Yeah. So they were trying to create a branding video for their vaping accoutrement. And then I said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll help you," because I talked on the phone, and then I was like, "What is this? I don't even know what this is." Rock and juice. Like, so anyway,
Okay.
let's end it here.
I don't think that's illegal, but okay.
Rock.
Oh, rock. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, red flags, just on a personal moral level. Okay, well, we really do hope that you received something educational from this show. Thank you for listening on whatever platform you're on. We are on YouTube, and we are a podcast on Google and all the things. And but if you go to our website, speechlessvo.com, you can sign up for our website and see all the episodes as well. All right, cool. Well, Kim, fuck it.
fuck it.
Let's be awesome now.
We've got shit to do.
This episode of Speechless is brought to you by
Speechless. Speechless.